Ready? Ready to go?
Let's
Ready
do
to go?
this.
Chisom of Island.
Let's do this.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Kiskis and we have a guest today, okay? This is the Get Ahead family. Here I share information on how to migrate abroad through work and through studies. And today I have a guest here, Chisom. Say hi.
Hi.
Chisom is resident in Ireland, that's Republic of Ireland, okay? Chisom studied here and is currently working here and would soon be eligible to receive permanent residency and then citizenship. Chisom is going to be taking us through what it's like to live in Ireland, to study and work in Ireland, which is of course to live in Ireland. Why I'm bringing this video is because we already know that the UK government has made a policy banning dependents from being brought to the UK, especially with undergraduate and master's degree students, which is very horrible. Yeah, it is crazy. It is crazy. And I know that policies like post-study work permit, being able to bring your dependents is one of the reasons or one of the main influencers of people choosing a study abroad destination. And now that this policy has been made, a lot of people have been asking me, what are we going to do? What should we do? Do you think I should still go ahead? We're going to answer your question in this video. At the end of the day, UK is not the only study abroad destination. I visited Ireland. I've been here for like 3 days and I'm like, God, why don't I live here?
Why don't people know about Ireland?
This country is so beautiful.
I agree with you.
The houses the houses here are really amazing, and I wouldn't say so affordable, but they are really reasonable. And Chisom is going to take us through all of that. So if you're new to this channel, make sure you sit tight, watch this video, drop your questions. At the end of the day, if we don't answer your questions, we will be here in the comment section so that you can drop your questions. I think I'm talking too much. Anyways, welcome back to the channel. Sit tight, like this video, share it to all the people you know that it will benefit, and let's get right into this video. Before I proceed, I would like to introduce the sponsor of this video, Amber Student. Amber Student is a platform that provides students from across the globe in study abroad destinations, provide them with accommodations, very convenient, comfortable accommodations. You all know already that there are housing crises across the globe. In fact, it is not only UK that is facing housing crisis. So a lot of people are having issues, difficulties getting accommodations, especially students. This is where Amber Student comes in. All you need to do is click the link in the description box to this video, visit Amber Student website, scroll through and see the possible accommodation options that are available for you and closer to your university, using filters like budget, type of place. When you see the property you like, you can choose to go ahead and reserve the property, and then of course Amber Student will contact you and they will take it up from there. However, if you do not just want to reserve on the website and you want to speak to them first, there's an option for you to input your details, declare your interest, or this is the kind of accommodation I want, this is the kind of room I want, and then they'll reach out to you, providing you with options that best match your requirements. So thanks to Amber Student for sponsoring this video. So Chisom, I'm going to do very little talking in this video because I'm just going to be asking you questions.
We're here for it.
So let us get to know you.
Hi everyone, my name is Chisom and I finished my master's degree at the National College of Ireland in 2020. After that, I transitioned to get a job in a fintech company, worked there for a year before transitioning into a project/program analyst through Adele Technologies. So pretty much that is me in a few words. I've been in Ireland for about going to 4 years plus now. Almost 4 years now. Yeah. So I've been here for a couple of years.
You didn't add that you're a genius. You didn't add that you're so talented, that you're so one of the most intelligent people in this world. You did not add that part, Chisom.
We thank God for blessing us with brains. So yes.
Chisom is not just intelligent and smart. She's beautiful. Like everything. 10 over 10.
The
minus nothing.
Everything.
So the essence of this video is just to tell you guys why you should actually be moving to Ireland. Chisom, to be honest, if I had my way, I will move.
I'm very biased about Ireland because
I know you love Ireland.
I love Ireland. I can't even shout. Like, I do love Ireland, and this is not just like saying it for saying sake. I actually like the country, and I feel like I'm not the best judge of how whether Ireland is a good place to be, because I am I am very biased. Ireland has personally been very good to me.
Exactly.
I have nothing to
You don't
complain
have
about.
any reason not to like
exactly,
the place.
like it hasn't given me any reason to say I don't want to be here. I like push all my friends like come to Ireland.
Right?
I know UK is where everybody wants to be, but there is
I feel like
actually
everyone is
much.
just in UK because there's so much information about UK and people just
honestly,
go with the bandwagon.
Exactly, but there are tons of opportunities in Ireland, like name it, whatever you want. You actually find it here. And the funny thing is, like the tech companies that like people always talk about in all these other countries,
their headquarters are here.
Exactly, like it's so ironic because like after Brexit, a lot of all these companies and the taxes are. I think it's crazy for them in the UK. So a lot of them moved their headquarters here and stuff like that. So it's easier for them. So like the Googles, the Apple, like you would find them here. Like it's not
the
like
Microsoft, all of them.
You would find them here. There are tons of opportunities here in whatever form you want to find it.
So Ireland is actually the hub of tech. Actually.
Yes. It's there's literally like a street where they call like financial services street or something like that. Like that's where you have a lot of financial services. So generally tech hubs, like a lot of them are just in that street, and you find them there. It's the Silicon Valley of Ireland kind
that place.
So yes, it's definitely a place to be.
What can I do to move?
No, I'm a big advocate of Ireland. So anything
there is every reason to advocate for Ireland.
No, there is actually.
There is I've been here for just 3 days and
you love
I want to move, man.
Coming from somebody that lives in the UK, it's very surrounding. Normally you hear people say, no, I prefer UK, I want to go back to my
Which
UK.
People say they want to go back to UK.
The only thing that people I complain about for Ireland is like their housing crisis. Like it hasn't personally affected me, but their housing crisis is actually very annoying.
It is worse in the UK, trust me. Take it from me. It is worse in the UK. I can
imagine.
There is somebody that has a Commonwealth scholarship in UK. She came with her husband and child. She was not able to get accommodation for like 2 whole months. She was jumping from Airbnb to Airbnb. Is that bad?
2 months.
So this one is not that she cannot pay accommodation. She can pay.
She has the money.
She has the money. She cannot just find accommodation. The housing crisis in UK is insane. That's not the first person I've heard. A lot of people have said it.
I mean, I think it's different, at least to the best of my own knowledge. I think that if you have the money, you would be able to find accommodation.
In Ireland. Yes. It's not the same in UK.
I think that if you have the money, you will be able to find like a reasonable accommodation. It's just that a lot of times you find people who aren't earning enough that landlords will feel confident that they would be able to pay the rent. But usually, if you're earning sufficient amount, or
like minimum wage, if you earn like minimum wage a month,
let's say 3 friends want to get a house or something, 3 of you can combine your salaries together, and usually it suffices for what the landlords are looking for. That way, you can get a house together. But that's the trick there.
Well, in the UK currently, I don't know if
that's
anything
crazy,
would
though.
change. You have your money, but you may not be able to get a house until much later. Of course, which is related to they've gotten to their immigration peak, you get. Because this was not the case 2, 3, 4 years ago. So this is as a result of, they've gotten to their immigration peak, and which is why they've actually made that policy that dependents can no longer come in. And you cannot blame the country. They are making fiscal policies, something that is going to benefit their country. Now, because you came as a student, take us briefly through your journey. I know that you're a scholar. Tell us.
Yeah, and like now that you mentioned it, I don't think I had the ideal route of being a student, or the like ideal experience of being a student, because I came through a scholarship. Yes, and the thing is, when you come through a scholarship,
things are made easier.
Yes,
for you.
Exactly. Like I don't want to say it.
I can relate.
Are actually made easier for you. You are not cash strapped. You're not like under pressure to like do so many things. And like once I came, I paid for my accommodation before I came into the country. So literally, my school picked me up from the airport. Like they picked
just
me
a baby girl.
Literally, they picked me up, took me to my accommodation, and I stayed in school accommodation for like 7 7 to 8 months thereabout. So to be honest, I was very settled. Like
pampered.
I was pampered. In my
Under
first
pressure.
semester, I didn't get a job because I did not
Me too.
need to.
Yeah.
I waited till my second semester, and then COVID hit. When COVID hit, my job was affected, and then the government paid us money.
Ha!
I'm telling you, even when I say Ireland has been good to me, I don't just say like Ireland. So I moved from a scholarship, and then the government paying us like money because we lost our jobs. Like every Tuesday morning, you will see your €250 in your account. Like,
is that like the minimum wage?
No, I think that's the amount they just give like everyone that had.
Which is a lot. €250 a week.
Every week.
That's a lot of money.
I saved a lot.
So that's like 1,500 a month.
Literally.
For not doing anything.
Literally. I think it was too kind of them. To be honest, nobody knows whether we are paying this money back like till today. They haven't collected it from my salary like
they're not paying
up until now. But it was very kind of them because people actually did need the money because people had lost their jobs. People were not getting incomes anymore. So that really helped people to stay sane during that period. And because in that time we were all studying in our rooms, everyone was scared, everyone was panicked. It was our sense that COVID happened. So you can imagine that kind of like moving from class, seeing people to like not seeing people
in your place, in your apartment.
It was a tough time, but somehow we sailed through. So I transitioned from
studying
to I didn't get my first job in Ireland immediately, but when I was doing my master's degree, I worked with a company in the UK for my thesis, and I pitched myself well and told them that I wanted like a role after. So they gave me an internship opportunity to work on a project that they were working on.
That's during your thesis?
Yes, exactly. So I interned with them for a while during my thesis. Then after I graduated, I was still working with them. So
did they pay you during the internship?
Yes, after I graduated, they did. I graduated, they did. But during my thesis period, it was really just me gaining experience and really just...
So it was like an automatic job?
That kind of thing.
See,
I think it was
what happens to scholars.
Good relationships. Like, I made sure that I kept a good relationship with one of the founders of the company, and then I told her that I wanted to work with them on the project and stuff like that. And then they transitioned into paying me. So it was a data analyst role. So it was actually quite exciting for me because I really needed that opportunity and the whole experience it gave me.
I'm sure they liked your output. That's why they did not even argue.
No, honest, I think they did. And when I finished the project, they were very appreciative of the work I had done.
Exactly.
And things like that, of the value that I had added to the team and really just helping them get together on the research that they were working on at the time.
Exactly, which is why I would always recommend while you're studying, take up internships, even if it's voluntary, and give in your best. Because even when a company says we are not hiring, they would recommend you to other companies. So if they like your work, they would let you know, and they'll be happy to give you a recommendation for other opportunities.
100%.
So, Chisom, would you say that it is easy for students to find jobs in Ireland? Because some parts of the UK, students do complain like, I've been here for so long, I've not been able to get part-time job, my money is going, I don't have money to pay fees, because some people literally depend on the 20 hours work they are going to do to be able to fend for themselves. So what have you been hearing? I know, fine, your case is different. Yeah, your brain is hot. You can always get what you want. But what is like the general outlook? Do you think there are job opportunities for students in Ireland?
I think there are job opportunities, like 100%. But I think that you really need to know what you're doing. One, you really need to position yourself very strategically to get it. Because I mean, in my own space, which is data analytics, I kind of feel like if you focus on building a portfolio in your space, I don't think it would be... You may not get the job right after you leave like college and stuff, but if you keep interviewing and you show your work, you would find people who are willing to just like
take a chance.
Exactly, because that was how I actually did get my job with Dell that I work in right now. I had interviewed with them prior like in let's say like 7 months before I eventually got the role. But somehow I didn't get the role. But I remember preparing so well for that interview and just showing them my Tableau portfolio. It was literally as simple as showing them my Tableau portfolio, and they were so excited by the work that I had done. And like somehow they did not take me that time.
But they kept you in mind.
They did keep me in mind. I was very devastated. I didn't understand why they did not take me at that time. But like 7 months down the line, I had already gotten a job with a different company, and then I get an email from a hiring manager in Dell that the person that interviewed me last year wants me to be wants me to join them. Am I open to interviewing with them again? And I'm like, I am open to doing it, but are we going to cut short all the interview processes?
Yep.
And they were like, yes, that I don't have to do everything I had done before, that they were going to cut it short. And this time again, I had done more projects, showed them my work again.
And you have more negotiating power.
Exactly. Like, it was literally that simple. It was like my Tableau profile that I had always thought was just basic.
Yeah.
Was something that got them so excited. Like, no, she needs to join us. Like,
Chisom, tell us a bit of this. What is in this your Tableau profile?
So Tableau essentially, Tableau is a tool that you use to create data visualization and projects essentially. So if you put your work, anything that you've done on Tableau on your Tableau profile page, and people can see it if you have your link on like anywhere literally. So I have my Tableau.
Give us the
web address. I think you can put it in the
description box.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you can
put it in the description box.
So if you have like your Tableau link is like your LinkedIn page for just your data visualization project. So anybody that just goes to your Tableau profile can see all the work that you have done so far. So my Tableau profile is on my LinkedIn page, on my CV. So your Tableau profile essentially tells your story in 5 seconds. It helps everyone see what you are capable of doing and what you have done over the past. They can see that you are working. I know I don't have a job now, but I can see that I'm working on myself. I'm doing projects. I'm keeping myself busy while I'm waiting for what I want to get essentially. So that's essentially how I tell people to position themselves better, at least in my own space. Be working on yourself, be building projects, be learning all those type of things. I remember helping one of my friends. I just told her like, let's do SQL, let's work on projects, and then she had an interview, and somehow all the things that we had talked about, all the courses that had helped her take was one of the things that she used to get the job that she eventually got. And it was so exciting because it's actually really, it's simple to say, but you just really need to put your head down and do this thing if you want to get the job that you're looking for.
Yeah, nothing comes easy. You have to put in the work.
Nothing does, 100%. One thing I know people do is really just when they do a project, they put it on a website or something, website that they've built themselves. So they just put that link to the website in their CV. So
that's like a portfolio,
exactly,
because I know I've done that before.
Exactly, like all your work is in one place. I really think that makes selling yourself.
But what's the difference between that and CV though?
Your CV is a lot of words, but we know people lie on their CV.
True,
it's called finessing, but we know people lie on their CV. But when you show that, when you are taking me to another page of all the things that you have done, I can see what you can do with whatever thing that you say you can do. I remember in one of the things on my Tableau profile is a CV I built for myself with Tableau. So you can imagine I'm trying to get a job that uses Tableau, and I built my own CV in Tableau. That already tells you that I can do stuff with Tableau. This thing. Like, so it's pretty much.
I remember one of the jobs I was applying for. It was related to content creation and all of that, because it was like content writing on websites. So I took them through my portfolio of a website I built for myself. I built this website using Canva. I did this. Yeah. It was so much fun. They did not hire me, Joe. But I was so proud of myself after that interview. Because I was like, wow, I did this. Because I was like, they didn't ask for any presentation, but I just said, can I share my screen?
Exactly.
And they were so surprised.
Exactly.
And then I took them, I was like, this is my YouTube channel. This is my website I built for myself. These are content I've written on websites for other brands.
And even if they don't hire you for that job, I think that you leave that interview feeling very satisfied that you've given this thing your best. And I don't think like the people on the panel, they will not forget you, because not everybody is going to take the initiative to actually put together that kind of presentation for an interview that they say like, just prepare, we're asking behavioral questions, but then you decide to put together they didn't hire you. Yes, maybe the son of one of the CEOs was there. That's why they didn't hire you. Like, it could be a number of reasons. Like,
and that experience, you take it and
exactly.
it will come in handy.
Exactly. Like, there are tons of reasons why they may not hire, and it may not necessarily be because you
didn't do well.
Nah, that's hardly ever the case.
You've said that if you put in the work, you're going to get the job, even as an international student. Do you think it is the same opportunity outside Dublin? Because I know you've been in Dublin all through. There are other parts of Ireland. I know that there's University College Cork. There are other. Even Maynooth has a university, I suppose.
Yeah.
So what is it like for people that are not studying in Dublin?
I have a friend that recently got a job in Kenya. She lived in Dublin, and
oh really?
Like, it's funny. She literally got a job in
outside Dublin.
Exactly. So I think that there are jobs there. Like, the only reason why you find people like coming to Dublin is because Dublin is the capital.
Yeah.
But there are definitely jobs outside, like
Dublin.
Dell has a site in Cork. So they're actually big companies. I think Apple is also in Cork as well. So they're actually like a lot of all these companies in other places, or maybe even startups. Let's not even talk about only the big companies. There are startups that are in these places, and they still pay well. So they still have like very good benefits for people. So it doesn't necessarily have to be like a big organization or something like that. It can actually just be a very small company that pays you well and gives you the job that you want. Looking for
and it doesn't mean that if you study outside Dublin, you cannot get a job in Dublin. You can get a job in any part of Ireland. Now, do you think that companies rate candidates based on the universities they attended?
No, I do not think
like
so.
If I attend Trinity College Dublin, which I know is like number one, and you attended University College Cork, and then maybe another university that has no name.
No.
Did they rate candidates? You know, it happens in Nigeria.
You
know that in Nigeria they respect people that went to like them Unilags, them UIs, them Covenants.
Do they still do that today?
Why not?
They do.
Oh my God!
Are you sure?
We're talking about Nigeria here. When I was done with my masters, I went back to Nigeria to my job. So one of those meetings, we had our executives coming. You know, some of them are politicians and all, governors and all. So one of the governors asked me, my DG said, she just finished a Chimney scholarship from, in the UK. She's back now. So because University of London is a group of, we have Russell group of schools, which is like the best schools in the UK. And then we have University of London group of schools, which has like 8 different universities.
Okay.
So he now says, I attended University of London too, but I attended King's College. Which one did you attend? I said, Queen Mary University of London. He said, that one is at the bottom of the University of London league. I froze.
I would freeze as well.
I froze. Because Nigeria has this mindset that if it is not the most popular university, if it is not the most popular place, you get what I'm saying? So you don't think that happens here?
Genuinely, I do not. To be fair, I went to National College of Ireland. I'm not, in terms of ranking, I'm not sure where it is at now, but it's quite a popular school in Ireland. But I know that when I was doing my interview for my current role, my manager asked someone who was a Nigerian on the team about University of Ibadan, where I had done my bachelor's degree.
That's one of the best schools in Nigeria.
So maybe subtly they do, but
but it's not like in their top priority.
I think that if you know your onion, I think that, and you sell yourself well during the interview, I don't think that the university you attended would matter.
Would really matter. At the end of the day, you might say, okay, I want to come to Ireland to study because I want to be able to get into the system. And maybe your preferred school is more expensive than the less preferred. You can still get into the less preferred and work your way through to get what you want.
100%.
Just keep the end in mind, and from day one, hit the ground running.
Like, I know friends, honestly, this is really about positioning yourself. Like, when you come in, you will hear people say, there are no jobs. Like, block those people out. Literally block them out, or they will tell you if you don't find sponsorship, this one and that one. And then your heart is already racing. What is going to happen if I don't find a job? Like, no, that's not how to approach all these things. Like, block those people and focus on what you came here for. Like,
mind the people you relate to when you go abroad.
So
you know what annoys me about UK
is
the fact that most international students, or maybe Nigerians, just think it is only care assistant jobs they can find when they come.
Exactly.
I've never done that job.
It is so annoying.
I have never done that job, and I've really never been out of jobs.
No, I like.
Mind
100%.
the people you talk to when you go abroad. There are people that will say, "Oh, there are no jobs." There are jobs.
There are
All
jobs.
my friends have gotten good jobs.
There are jobs. Like, this is not even to say that doing care assistant job is
bad.
It's not.
It's not bad, but just know your priorities.
Exactly. If you feel like that is not what you want
really
to
want,
do, like, stick with what you. I know. I had a friend. He literally said he was not going to do any of all those type of things. Like, I think he got his first job his first part-time job in a really good organization.
That's because he was patient.
Yes, and like, he told himself that, no, this is what I want to do, and he did, like,
and
from there he just kept progressing.
Yeah.
I think he did, like, very prestige part-time job, which is not something that you find at the beginning of when you start your journey in any new country, but he did very prestige part-time jobs, like, when he came into the country.
But why do you think that it's okay for you to just lose hope and settle in simply because you've had a few challenges? Did you not get rejected when you were applying for jobs?
The rejections are plenty. Like, I think those rejections will always come. It's not even like everyone gets rejected. Everyone is going to get rejected. It's not easy as you're saying.
No, but do you know how many rejections I get on in 1 year? I've gotten like 50 rejections.
Oh no, when I got my first rejection from when they rejected me the first time I interviewed, it was the most devastating thing ever.
But the more rejection you get, the more thick skin you build. You be like, I've seen this before.
So the earlier you start applying for jobs, the earlier you start getting those rejections, the earlier your skin gets thicker. Like, the earlier the better, 100%.
Okay, so we've spoken for almost 30 minutes and the camera is going to pause. So I'm going to stop it and start again. Then we are going to break this video into like 4 parts.